Hari Om and Namaste. Welcome to Standard 6th, Chapter number 2, Sources of History. Aim: to be able to identify by observation the sources of history, to compile sources of history, to classify sources of history. Activity: before we start to learn the sources of history, here I have an activity for you all. You all have to make a list of things in your house which belong to your grandparents' time. Sources of history: a number of objects used by our ancestors still exist. Some inscriptions from the past have been recovered. Sources like these help us to understand our history. History can also be learned through customs and traditions, folk arts, folk literatures, as well as historical documents. All these are known as sources of history. These are of three types: material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Material sources: man uses a variety of things in his day-to-day life. They are known as artifacts. Artifacts used by humans in the past provide us valuable information about life in the ancient times. We can decide the period of ancient artifacts like earthen pots by studying the shape, color, and designs on ancient potsherd. The ornaments and other artifacts throw light on social interaction. We get information about the diet of the people from the remains of food grains, seeds, and bones of animals found in excavations. Also, we find the remains of houses and buildings built in different historical periods. We also find ancient coins and seals. All these information give us information about human activities in the past. All such artifacts, articles, monuments, or their ruins are called the material sources of history. Do you know? Written sources of history include inscriptions carved on temple walls, walls of rock-cut caves and rocks, inscriptions on copper plates, pots, bricks, writing sheets made from palm leaves and birch bark, etc. Written sources: the Stone Age people have recorded many events and expressed their emotions in paintings on rocks. It was only after thousands of years that man learned the art of writing. In the beginning, humans used symbols and signs to record their thoughts and ideas. However, it took thousands of years for a script to develop from these. In the beginning, man wrote on potsherd and baked bricks using pointed objects. He also used birch, that is, birch tree bark, to write on. As his experience and knowledge increased, he began to write in different ways. He began to record the events that took place around him. Accounts of the proceedings of royal courts were also written systematically. Many rulers had their orders, judicial decisions, donations, etc. inscribed on stone or copper plates. Over a period of time, many forms of literature developed. They include books on religious and social subjects, plays, poetry, travelogues, and scientific works. All this literature helps us to understand the history of the various historical periods. These sources are known as the written sources of history. Do you know? Burj Patra means writing sheets made from the bark of birch tree. Burj is the Sanskrit name of the birch tree. Birch trees are found in Kashmir. Recap. There are three types of sources. They are material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Artifacts used by humans in the past provide us valuable information about life in the ancient times. We get information about the diet of the people from the remains of food grains, seeds, and bones of animals found in excavations. Ancient coins and seals give us information about human activities in the past. Written sources of history include inscriptions carved on temple walls, walls of rock-cut caves, and rock and inscriptions on copper plates, pots, and bricks. The Stone Age people have recorded many events and expressed their emotions in paintings on rocks. It was only after thousands of years that man learned the art of writing. In the beginning, man wrote on potsherds, unbaked bricks, using pointed objects. Burj Patra means writing sheets made from the bark of birch tree. Thank you.